choice is great, and she, that this was the choice she really needed to make. But for me, as I'm always like neutral, not judging anybody's choice, but how can I support? And when it's that way, it's, okay, it's not physiological, but what is physiological, the baby need, what does labor do? What are all of those purposes that are so positive for the process, for the mom and the baby? Come on in. And so I'm looking in that situation, I'm really learning a lot, because I'm learning why all those things are in there. So she had, so a lot of that was about the anesthesia and not feeling anything. And it was a big growth because she wanted to be almost completely sedated. And we were able to get her to just be like, can you meet your baby? And then if you need to be sedated. And then she didn't. She was present. The baby in the OR was skin to skin for an hour and a half. So now she's in postpartum. And the pain from the surgery is, you can't completely numb up everything. Like, there's pain in life, right? So it's just so interesting because now the pain from the surgery, even though she's on all kinds of medications, I'm like, this is what we have to know now as doulas. So they go to ChatGPT for all the, like, okay, what is this pain and why, so then it's like, oh, this is a side effect from the, this is something that went wrong. So her brain, because she hasn't felt any labor, she didn't feel any, her mind is looking to numb any pain that she feels. Now, even when the medication doesn't cover 24/7, the pain when she does feel it is about something's wrong. And everything's going really well. Like, I work with the body, so I'm actually working on her body healing. And I'm like, so the ChatGPT is saying, oh, in this rare, like 1 in 2,000 case, this could happen. And it's like that, and she thinks that, well, no, ChatGPT said it could be this, so I need to take this medication for neurology, and I need to see neurology, so her baby is perfect. There's so many wins. She's breastfeeding, the baby's doing, but it's great for me as a doula to look at all the things that are part of the physiological process of labor and birth. And I'm so glad we have, these modern technology, because it is a tool and can be life-saving sometimes, of course. But it really helps me learn, like, oh, so even if you use the interpretation of labor, the work of labor as painful, if you call it painful, it still serves a purpose that actually helps, because when I am supporting moms who go through labor and then they need to have a cesarean, it's like the labor has prepared the baby to, most of the babies, when they come out after cesarean, if they've had labor, are stimulated. That labor has been massaging them, and so they come out and they're ready to take their breath. If they're just airlifted without labor, and sometimes that needs to happen, thank God, Goddess, all it is that we have that. But it really is, I love seeing what the purpose that nature does put in, because the baby is more ready from the labor, and the woman has it has taken her neocortex shutting down. She is in her reptilian brain. She has gone through this rite of passage, and on the other side, all of that has really served. So the postpartum is like you've already felt something. So what I'm seeing with this case is that she hasn't, feeling something is something that is just too scary. So, I just wanted to, sometimes I'm always myself processing the current last birth. So that's why I'm really glad to be here with all of you. Thank you for coming and bringing this consciousness to your babies and diving in. And thank you, your doulas and your midwife. So I want to just start by, I think before we open the circle. I would love to just start by